Yo, what's up, guys? This is Midnight Wabbit, and welcome back to another episode of my not legendary. I was gonna say legendary weapons guide. Damn it, I screwed it up. Pisses me off. All right, I'm gonna start over. Yo, what's up, guys? This is Midnight Wabbit, and welcome back to the last episode of my final level 50 skill tree builds for all of the playable characters in Borderlands the pre-sequel to prepare you guys for Ultimate Vault Hunter mode, so you have a good solid running start going into Ultimate Vault Hunter mode. You have some good builds for all of your characters. Earlier today I uploaded a really good build that I found for Claptrap that really has a ton of explosive damage output. It dramatically increases your explosive damage by quite a bit on Claptrap, so I'll leave a link to that down below. But let's go ahead and get right into Handsome Jack. This will be the last one I'm going to have for you guys. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to have to do it. I'm doing it on, you can see this online, what's it called? The interactive skill tree builder thing. It's basically the same thing, just showing you guys the skill tree, because my Jack is not level 50. I think it's like level 46 or 47. And I got him from 40 to 47, so I leveled him up like 7 times. I completed True Vault Hunter mode, killed the raid boss, did the raid mission to kill the raid boss and stuff. And then I killed that Kragon, the corrosive Kragon boss quite a few times as well, and level up to 47. So I just didn't have enough time. I wanted to get this. I promised you guys I'd have this video out for you guys. I didn't want to let you down, so figured I'm still going to show you guys some gameplay of like all of the important skills. The only skills I'm really missing from this build are like, I think is just the weapon swap speed. I think I'm missing like 3 or 4 points from here, which really is not a big deal. I mean, it's not a big deal. I think I have maybe 1 or 2 points in this. That's not really absolutely necessary. It's helpful, but it's not really necessary. I just kind of throw them in there because it's right at the top, and I had some points left over. I don't have enough to do certain things, so. But yeah, anyway. So the gameplay you'll see will basically be that build that I'm going to be showing you guys. So let's get right into it. Integrity, as you deal bonus weapon damage against enemies who are below 40% health. I like this because if you're in a co-op game, or just the enemy happens to get damaged by something, like by another enemy or something like that, and that other, like the other player, enemy, or whatever, the other damage source brings it down below 40% health, and you haven't damaged it at all, if you shoot it, you gain a 4 times multiplier to that. So that, what is that, like 120% weapon damage, or no, 160% weapon damage? Without any sort of class mods boosting. That's pretty crazy. You get a class mod that boosts that, I can't even imagine. Enemy with low health. I don't know if it works. I think it works with bosses. It should. Against the bosses with low health. I think it does. But you guys can test it out and let me know what you think. Synergy is all around a very good kill skill. Weapon damage and critical damage plus 30%. That's just about like 2 of the best things you can have from a kill skill. Just solid weapon damage and critical damage, both plus 30% without any class mods or anything like that. I'm sure you can get class mods for that as well. Teamwork. If an ally enters fight for your life or a Digidac dies, you regenerate health for a few seconds. In fact, can stack up to 10 times. It regenerates 2.5% of your max health, which is good on its own, but that's per stack. So that can stack up to 10 times, meaning you can have 25% of your max health per second if you get all 10 of those. And I'm going to show you a way to get all 10 of those. These are all of these skills, like the kill skills and everything like that. They're all going to work very well with another skill I'm going to show you guys here in a second. And it ties everything together. It's the whole, like the foundation of this build, and you'll see why. So you can definitely have quite a bit of health regeneration from that. Collaborate. Whenever a Digidac dies, you gain a stack of Collaborate. You and your Digidacs gain a damage bonus equal to the number of Collaborate stacks you have. All Collaborate stacks are lost when the action skill ends. So you can see with a class mod that's plus 5, it can be up to 100% bonus, just like that. It's pretty simple. Now you need 1 more point if you spec into these 4 fully. You need 1 more point to get to the bottom of the skill tree. I just went ahead and I'm trying to increase the Jack's damage output. I'm not sure. I have to maybe experiment a little bit more, but at 1 point anywhere in this skill tree is what you're going to need. It doesn't really. I like to put it on diversify. I haven't really experimented with and without it, like up close, like actually analyze it to make sure that it does more damage. I'm just trying to increase the output damage of the Digijacks and everything. I'm trying to increase the output damage as much as I possibly can, so I just decided to throw that in there because I figured, I mean, more lasers has got to be better, right? I mean, more lasers is better than less, logically, but I don't know if that's actually how it works or anything. So you guys may have to let me know. If you don't think that works, then definitely, if you have a class mod that boosts one of these or something, then put it somewhere else. I don't know. But our ultimate goal is to get to this skill, which is leadership. When a Digijack dies, it counts as if you had killed an enemy. This can grant you a second wind once per action skill use. Now that means it activates this kill skill. That means you gain a stack of this, you start healing, and some other things as well. And that's just when a Digijack dies. And the Digijack doesn't just die in combat. They die if you walk too far away from them. They don't move with you. So they'll die and respawn next to you, which means if you just keep running, they will keep dying and respawning, and all of these things will stack up. And if you use it with this skill right here, your action skill is active. Killing an enemy increases your action skill's duration. Since this counts as killing an enemy, it will increase the duration every time one of your Digijacks dies. So you can just keep running forward, and you can see the bar is continuously going up. If you have a class mod that boosts this like enough, like 5 or 6 at max, you should be able to have for a very long time let it run. I think I have a class mod that boosts this +3. I think is what my class mod boosts it. So it's 4 seconds per kill, and you can make the thing last like 3 or 4 minutes. I think if you're even in combat, even outside of combat, just you can make it last like 2. Just running around. Now, I put all 5 points into that just in case, in case you need it. It's always helpful. It's like all of these are all helped by it as well. And then this helps make it go longer, which is always nice. Plus, you can get a second wind off of it, which is kind of nice. Now, I only spec into this skill tree far enough to you have my shield, which is your Digijacks get a copy of your shield. Now, my level 60 build is going to be completely redone. I'm going to have this skill tree all tricked out and stuff as well. And you guys will see why. I already know what I'm going to do for that. And you guys will see why in about maybe a week or 2 once I actually can upload that for you guys. I'll try to upload the Handsome Jack one first this time instead of last, just to mix it up. But there is a glitch. In case you guys did not know, there's a massive damage glitch with this skill where if you have a Roid shield, it gives it obviously to your Digijacks, but all of their attacks, not just their melee attacks, like their laser attacks, it counts as melee damage, so it gets the Roid damage bonus, and it doesn't seem like it would be a lot, especially like considering that they nerfed the legendary Roid shields and whatnot, but even with the nerf, I'm going to show you guys some gameplay here in a second, and it is absolutely insane. You guys got to see the damage output this thing can do, and I'll show you guys what I mean by that here in a second. But let's go ahead over to this skill tree, the free enterprise skill tree. Incentives is just increased fire rate from swapping weapons. Not pretty self-explanatory. High frequency twading. Midnight Wabbit says high frequency twading. High frequency son of a bitch. High frequency trading increases your weapon swap speed, so you can gain these faster, and you can also you can switch between weapons faster. It's also helpful with this skill. Compound interest. Shooting an enemy applies compound interest to that enemy, causing it to accrue interest for 5 seconds. Shooting that same enemy with a different gun consumes compound interest stacks and deals bonus explosive damage based on the skill rank and the amount of interest. It's very, very helpful if the enemy, like if you're down or something like that, just shoot it once and then switch to another, like one of your more powerful guns and shoot it. It's very, very good. You can see it maxed out here without any kind of skill points. It's 70% per second, which is absolutely insane. They take massive amounts of damage from it. Even like bosses and stuff do. It's pretty cool. Money is power is really you're only going to want to have this. A lot of people were thinking about looking at this when Jack first came out. They're like, ooh, this is going to be like kind of like, I guess, sort of like Anarchy, except without the accuracy reduction. And so picking up money, like any stack of money, grants you a money is power stack. So basically, literally any stack. So if there's 3 stacks of money like next to each other on the ground, you run over them, you will get 3 stacks of this. It's for every little individual stack of money. You gain increased damage with all gun types for every stack. All the stacks are lost upon dying or spending money. So any way, basically anything that causes you to lose money. So I don't know if losing money in a duel will take these away from you. I'm not sure how that works. It very well might. But all stacks are lost upon dying when you lose part of your money, and then spending money, which causes you to lose money as well, obviously. And it goes up to 999 stacks, which is about 250% increase in gun damage, which is very good, but it's going to take a long time to get that many stacks. So you really only want to have this if you're planning on playing for substantial periods of time. Otherwise, you may want to respec and put this somewhere else. It's your call. It can still be helpful, but I mean, even playing for moderate amounts of time, depending on what kind of enemies you're killing, you can still rank it up pretty quickly. And the final thing in this skill tree is Merger, which is the shock lasers from the wrists. It's actually very powerful. It's very, very accurate. It lasts longer than you'd think, and it's It's pretty good. You can't use it when you're down, I don't think. And there is a glitch with it where you can have infinite wrist lasers. I don't really use it that much. I did it by accident once, and I'll show you guys how to do that glitch. If you guys want to know how to do that, the lasers, they're continuous lasers, so you can shoot other guns, and the lasers are still going, and they'll still damage enemies, so they can take out your shields, and you can just be holding like I think if you're holding a Moxie weapon, it'll heal you back or something. Not sure, but anyway. Now you're going to have 2 skill points left over. After this, you really don't need the high-frequency trading. I like having it because it helps with these two. Because of my class mod boosts both of these, I like throwing 1 point into each of these because I get, I think, plus 3 or 4 on both of those. And these are pretty cool. They both have to do with grenades. Increases with the less grenades you have, the more grenade damage you have, and the more magazine size you have. And on this one, go away, compound interest. Throwing a grenade has a chance to reload all equipped weapons. It's kind of weird. I'm not sure if I want to keep that. It really doesn't seem like it's going to be that helpful, but we'll have to see later on. I'm not entirely sure, so we'll have to experiment with that a little bit further, but I'll let you guys know with my updated build for Ultimate Vault Hunter mode. So let's switch over to some gameplay, and I'll show you guys what I mean with some of these skills real quick here. So basically, obviously you can see this is a little bit different than the gameplay I normally show. It's not in the one in Triton Flats or anything like that. For all of these characters, this is going to be showing you guys footage of me fighting the raid boss. This is during the actual mission, so you can see. You will be able to see. I'm a low enough level to where he's level 52. He's a raid boss, and I am level 46 because, like I said, I just came straight here right after beating the campaign. So a little bit under leveled. You can see whenever large chunks of his health are taken out very, very quickly, that is because of that. You can see right there. I think it was just like I only got 1 shot on. That is because of that massive damage glitch I was telling you guys about. That does most of the work on this guy, as you can see. Like you can see right there, it just took out. And this guy is probably one of the most resistant to all damage types. This guy, one of the most resistant enemies in the game to damage, just in general. I don't even know. Just his shield is insanely powerful. As you can see, that damage glitch takes it out. Yep, we've already gotten like almost a quarter of it out in 2 shots. So basically, and obviously, if you have the badass Digijack skill, like I'm gonna have in my level 60 build, which I'll upload for you guys soon, it'll output even more damage. It'll output increased damage. You can see right there. That's all because of that damage glitch. But all the other stuff, you can see the little golden coin above their head with the number on it. Once that number turns green, I think it says 1240 or something like that, and then you can switch to another weapon and shoot them. It's hard to tell on him because he has so much damage resistance, but if I do it on a minor enemy like this, as you can see, it does quite a bit of damage once you switch. That's that compound interest skill that I was telling you guys about. So it does quite a bit of damage there. There's the wrist laser, what's it called? Merger, I think. That is the wrist laser. Does quite a bit of damage as well. It's just a good thing to have. Like you're out of ammo, and you don't want to have to reload. You just want to pull out the laser and just use it. That's fine. Now that massive damage which I was telling you guys about, the damage comes from the Digijacks, okay, not you. So doesn't increase your gun damage, it increases their damage. So you basically just stand there, and they do the damage to the enemy. Now it's hard on the Empyrean Sentinel because he doesn't take damage anywhere but his face. He doesn't take damage on his body, and the Jacks basically they shoot their little lasers just randomly around the body. Sometimes you can see right there they got lucky and they hit him in the face because he's looking right at them, and like aiming at them, you can see they get lucky and hit him in the face. But a lot of times when they hit his body, it's kind of like a waste on an enemy like this. So that damage glitch may not necessarily work. You can see they do get a couple of lucky hits on him, and manage to take out a significant amount of his health. Now, I probably won't have time this video, but I am, tomorrow I'm going to upload a tutorial on how to do that damage glitch for those of you who want to see, and most of you guys may not be watching this till tomorrow anyway, so I'll leave a link in the description down below, so you guys check the link, because hopefully by the time you're watching this, I will have the link to that other video up and running, and you guys will be able to see how to do that damage glitch in detail. I'm not going to go over in this video, but that's basically the only reason I spec'd into that skill was just for that, because you may want to use it for Ultimate Vault Hunter mode until Gearbox patches it, because they're probably going to patch it soon, so take advantage of it while you can, I guess. Just mess around with it, have some fun and stuff. it's hard fighting the raid boss solo when I'm only level 47 and he's level 52. He's like max level, and it's meant to be fought by 4 people, and I'm just fighting it solo and under leveled, so it does take quite a bit longer. So imagine if the enemies are your level, you will be doing a decent amount more damage than this. So obviously, against standard enemies, you'll be killing them very, very quickly. You shouldn't have any problems against standard enemies. Even you shouldn't have any problems against the raid boss either if you can set this up right with all of the lasers flying around. I think all of the lasers that the Digijacks have are all shock lasers, so except for the badass ones, I think they're fire. But you can see right there, because he gets his face so close to them, they're able to land quite a few shots on his face and get that damage glitch to quite a bit of damage. Another problem with using them for this is that a lot of times the Digijacks only shoot at the other guys instead of the Sentinel, so they don't really focus the damage output on him. They do it on the guys that you can easily kill with any gun in the game, which is completely useless, but that's just kind of what they do. And yeah, you can see running around in circles every time one of the Digijacks dies. It increases my duration and all of that stuff. It can just continuously do that. Also gives me health regeneration, which is nice. Right here, just one more example right before I end the video. I just want to show you guys. This is, you see Iwahira, the corrosive Kragon boss in Serenity's Waste. Always max level for whatever playthrough you're on. So you can see he's level 52 here. I'm level 41. You really don't want to go into here until you've actually beaten the campaign. This is before I beat the campaign. Just to show you guys, look at his health. He has a tremendous amount of health. He's basically a raid boss you don't have to pay for. I mean, maybe a little bit less than a raid boss, but I mean, as you can see here, I'm not even shooting him. The Digijacks are just shooting him, and they're just destroying him. You know, when they can actually get that critical hit. Even without critical hits on his mouth, even some of the shots that land on his body are actually doing quite a bit of damage as well. Now, you can see it's not all of the shots that they fire that have that damage bonus, and you'll see why in that video. If you check the link down below, you guys will see why that is. But you can see there, if you look at the numbers they're doing, it's like 1 to 2, it's like hundreds of thousands of damage, and I'm level 41 and he's level 52, so he gets damage resistance from that just either way, regardless. So if you think about how fast I'm killing it, like how much damage they're taking out like that on level 41 when he's level 52, like a max level boss, like a big serious, like a hidden serious boss, like a mini raid boss. Imagine how much damage it'll do when I'm at level 50 and he's like level 52. When they're at your level, it does quite a bit of damage. So anyway, hopefully you guys did enjoy this and you found this helpful. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Subscribe for more Borderlands content, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.